and when they died. But in the 50s, the Argentinian lawyers came over and were looking for the Duggins.
Yeah.
But no, they weren't. There was no money coming. There was 10 million at that time, but there was no money coming from Argentina. Not with the junta and all that.
Wow, wow, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's great history. Yeah, I've a grand-aunt, great-grand-aunt, my dad's side, and the family. Dad's cousins had always said to me, "Oh, you know, we'd love if you could find out, you know, what happened to her when she went to America." And I said, "Oh, when I get a chance, I will. I was doing it for other people." And then they said, "What about?" I said, "What about her? You know, did she marry or anything like that?" And they said, "Oh, we don't know anything at all, you know." So I just started looking into it, and I found that there was a history society in Montana. She was in Montana. I knew that much, and they actually had on their website biographies of notable people. That's what they call them. I said, "Gosh," and she was showing on this list. So I said, "What is she notable for?" So I had to contact them though, because there wasn't much information on the website, and I had to pay like $10 to get what they had on file. But they sent me all these newspaper cuttings, and they had all this information about her, and they had a book that was, you know, like when a town is 100 years old or something, and the people made up a book of all the locals and the shops that were existing years ago and all that. And she was in this book, and it seems that she'd gone over. Now there's a gap of a period of time, and I don't know where she was. But when she landed there, she was working in a cafe, kind of in a railway town. Yeah. And the railway was just going out to that part of Montana at this time. This was in the late 1800s, 1880s. And then she ended up buying a restaurant there and setting up herself. And she was known as the mother of Glasgow. This is the name of the town. It's called Glasgow after Glasgow in Scotland. Yes. And she was called the mother of Glasgow because she used to let, you know, homeless people or people that down their luck come in, and she'd feed them. And but there was stories about her that she had bought this big fur coat, you know, for the winters there. And she bought a hat to match it then, for like €1 or so, hat. And there was some theatre after being built in the town, and the local doctor or something, they were all sitting in the theatre anyway, and she still had the hat on, and he asked her to remove her hat, you know, she was blocking his view. Yes. And she says, "No," she says, "because I'm after spending a lot of money getting this, so I'm wearing it." So, you know, she was after making a lot of money, and she sort of, as well as the restaurant, she bought a farm where she actually bred her own cattle. Yeah. So she was supplying a market with meat, and then she was having the cafe and restaurant as well. Yeah. But she ended up dying very suspiciously, and was she married? Again, she married, I think, twice, because the name that she was under first wasn't the family name. Yeah. But she married a second time, but she was in her 50s, and she died about 2 years after she married. Okay. And it was suspicious, all right, because in the newspaper cuttings there was a thing about that she was found dead, or she was found in dire straits anyway, and she was bleeding and everything, and the doctor was called, and she died. But there was no mention of the husband. Okay. And then in a separate part of the paper there was a small little column where the husband was listed as being in court and being sort of sectioned under the Mental Health Act kind of thing. So the story is that he must have done away with her, you know. But there was never any proof, and there was no kind of. He died again shortly after that as well, so I don't know whether he killed himself or not. I never got his death record, but you know, you just saw this comes out of newspapers, you know. So there's all sorts of stories. So you know, everybody has something in their family.
Everyone has a story. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there won't be many photographs because everyone takes photographs with their phones and all. Exactly. It's not like years ago you had albums and all that. And if you lose your phone, you lose your phone.
But talking about photographs, that's one thing. Like my grandparents did. They on my aunt. He took lots of photographs at the time, you know, and they were all done in studio photographs.
Oh yeah, I mean, very well dressed.
You know, and they were always looked very, very well dressed and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, I used a lot of them in the book.
Yes.
Yeah, actually some of them were in the book actually, you know.
And they were very well dressed, even though they lived in the tenements.
Yeah, you kind of wonder, you know, that they dress up specially for the photo.
They probably rented out the clothes.
No. Sunday best.
Everybody had a Sunday best.
And it was always
on Monday and back out for first Sunday.
That's true, yeah.
So like your confirmation suit.
Yes,
yeah. So.
Oh gosh.
Jeez, you can't stop picking at that, can you?
Oh no, that's the whole idea of it.
Is that?
I'm going to stop soon now because I want to get down to talking.
Yeah.
Get the food out now.
Can I do it every day?
of tea?
No, I'm grand.
Johnny, do you want a towel?
Yeah,
No,
he'll have
That cheese is absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
it. Take it here.
The last time I was doing the recording for this family in Walkinstown, we were doing grand. There was only two
Dad,
of
do you want a
them,
towel?
wife and husband, and
Sorry.
the phone rang in the middle of it. But then the husband kept talking, so I had to keep the recording going.
Oh no.
in case
the
I
wife
missed
was on the
something.
phone.
And she went out to the phone, and it was their son. And she comes in, and Ireland was playing in rugby. Ireland is leading or has scored or something in the middle of it, and I had the recording on, so of course I left it. But the family were actually pleased because they said it actually gave a kind of a time frame to the conversation.
The conversation, yeah.
That made it natural,
yeah.
you know. And because the reason why I was recording is because there was a son and two daughters, and one of the daughters lived in New York, and she had two young girls, and they didn't, I suppose, get home as much. But the mother was showing signs of dementia, and they wanted to capture this. And then I did a recording for them, and I sent it to them, and they were delighted because then the kids could listen to the grandmother, and speaking and talking.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
it was lovely for that. That's
This is
why
it.
it's good for that,
It is, absolutely. Great idea. And you kept busy, Nori? Or just doing as much as you can?
I'm not doing too much because I'm still kind of on sick leave, so I'm not supposed to be working.
Yeah.
So mainly because I'm very lucky. I've got an insurance plan, income continuance. But one of the conditions of it is you not to have
But
any
not to
income.
Noreen had, was it leukemia?
No. I had cancer in my spine,
Spine,
a
right.
tumour. Well, it started off as thyroid problem, but it ended up that the spine had the tumour.
Right,
So I had surgery on that. So my back is more of a problem than anything else.
right.
My mobility. So, but yeah, I'm over the worst of it now.
Yeah, thank God.
Grand.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God for that,
Luckily,
really.
2 years. It was literally just the start of lockdown.
Week before lockdown.
Yeah, I had
wow.
surgery. I was in the end of February, and I had spine surgery on the 7th of March. I think it was like the 16th of March or something that lockdown
Lockdown,
started.
yeah.
Around that time, yeah, it was, yeah.
Crazy.
So I'm lucky I got it out of the way.
This is it.
So,
It must have been awful for people like that, their families was in hospital.
Oh,
and
yeah.
couldn't visit them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we lost a brother actually during
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
you know,
absolutely, yeah.
so it wasn't very nice when it happened, you know. It was just. He was in a nursing home and he did have dementia,
But like you 10 brothers and sisters and you had to choose who was going to the funeral.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
terrible.
You know.
That's just something that shouldn't have to be done.
No.
Yeah, no, that was awful. Right?
Yeah, and it's funny really. Actually, it was a Deirdre or
Jeanette actually went in and recorded it,
videoed
yeah.
and recorded it, you know.
So they said that, and we actually live streamed it out into the car park of the. So most of us were in the car park,
Yeah.
and we live streamed it, and Jeanette recorded it then as well.
Very good.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
and that was before live stream of funerals was actually happening.
Yeah.
You know, where now it's the norm. Like
Yeah,
even though you
that's
can go
it.
to funerals now, which is great.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, especially for people abroad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a little bit too many things becoming virtual though.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, now,
I'm
you're looking at two dinosaurs. We're two dinosaurs.
Absolutely.
glad you didn't include me in that match.
You're okay, John.
One more year to go.
But even like Margaret and Tony were talking about tickets there last week to go to Donegal,
Yeah.
and they went in and they wouldn't allow them to buy the tickets. It has to be done online. and-
Everything is done online. There was no porters. There was no one there. There was no seats like the way it used to be down in the state bazaars.
Yeah.
And we were walking around, and I tell you what, I've cataracts, and I'm looking at the board up there. I can't see anything, you know. And this man was talking to another man, and he said, "Is he okay?" I said, "I'm looking for a porter." He said, "There's no porter." "I'm looking for a timetable." "There's no timetables, you know." Well, I said, I don't think COVID had anything to do with the publishing, you know. And lucky enough, he had a CIE tie on him.
Oh, right.
Now, he was a lovely man. He was Polish, but by God, he was nice. He was friendly. And he said, "Well, what are you looking for?" I said, "I'm looking for, I'm wondering if I can book for going away for Christmas." So he took out his phone and he said, "There's one here and there." I said, "I wonder could I book now?" He said you'd have to go online. He said, I said, we're dinosaurs, we don't do that. I said, you get your children. I just said, we've no children. No. And he says, well, you'll have to get somebody to do it.
Yeah, no, it's
So
terrible.
that was
isn't
it. So I got this other friend. She's very, very good. She couldn't get through, and she worked her computers. And then we got this other friend,
Dan, we called Dan, and he was an hour and a half last now Sunday.
and he was
there.
trying to get through and trying to book it.
And
And I said,
after
we
an hour
never
and a
saw
half, he
him after
hadn't
that.
got any further.
Yeah.
And Deirdre there.
No, hang on, hold it.
I asked you to ask
Yeah,
him.
John came in first. So
well,
John,
yeah.
will you ask Deirdre?
I have to thank Deirdre.
Yeah, you
Because-
get it.
And then Deirdre being a businesswoman, she's very efficient.
Yeah.
She got on
Yeah.
the computer and she had it all in paper, which is what I like.
Yes.
Because all these going,
Yeah.
you see them at the airport, they're using their phone, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and then they're going looking for it.
Yeah.
I always make sure I have the
Yeah.
timetable
Yeah.
from Joe Walsh's.
Yeah.
And one of our friends was going and it was on his phone, and he lost the phone. So that's what time.
Or what happens is your battery is gone.
Or the battery dies.
And
That's
so-
the thing. Yeah.
And he thought it was a week later, and he missed his time.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so a bit of paper is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean sometimes I do print out as well. This
Yeah.
is a backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're, going a few different, if you're going long distance or something.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you don't know whether you'll be able to get to charge it or not. Or,
Yes, yeah.
Especially going to America and all. I have two
Yeah.
sisters in America now, so I always make sure I've got backups.
Yeah.
So, anyway, should we get started?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go
We
ahead,
haven't
yeah.
finished our teas. I don't want to be.
Yeah. No, you're
I know we
gone.
could chat for hours, but
Anyone
we're
wants to
missing,
stop up?
No,
we're
no,
missing
no,
stuff.
no, no,
We're
no.
missing recording stuff. So will we start? I suppose we'll just start maybe with, your family. You're the eldest, aren't you?
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we might just start about that. And I'll ask you questions, and then but you can keep going. You don't have
Yes,
to wait
yes.
for another question or anything. So I'll just turn this on.
She doesn't need any encouragement.
It's telling her to shut up. It's the problem.
You wonder where I got it.
Can we get this to come on? I do have spare batteries, so just in case. Oh, you put batteries in it. There we go. I'll just check that I put them.
I have one of them as well.
Oh, yeah.
One of them phones. Never works when I go to use it.
This
See, you're a
is,
dinosaur, John.
Yeah.
I mustn't have the batteries saved on or something.
What sort of batteries are
I
they?
have, oh no, I have them in my laptop bag.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, hold on. No, actually, no. It's all right, Jeanette. I have them in here. I forgot. Here it is. Yeah, yeah. Should have
Oh,
checked
loads
this
of them
before
are
I came out. I should have checked this before I came out, but it might, yeah. Can't remember when I last put them in, so.
Well, I'm still using my little Mickey Mouse one.
The Mickey Mouse switch.
Lisa said that's a drug dealer's phone. You know the little ones that size, like a nice
Well, John's mum was the same. Like we did not bother to get her a phone that wasn't a smartphone.
Yeah,
Mm.
You know.
but nobody got me a smartphone and I can't handle it all.
We switch off our phone, we don't hear it around there.
Yeah, no phone ringing in the background. Yeah.
I think my cover's inside anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind that one, man.
Okay, so will I start?
Yeah.
You want to sit down first?
Yeah.
I don't know how much background noise.
Right,
it is.
Jeanette and Catherine.
Where's Anne?
No, Anne wasn't well. She couldn't come up.
Ah,
No, she couldn't come up. She was very, very sick.
this
Oh,
sister of mine,
Yeah.
she can remember even coming out of the room.
Oh.
That's what she said, and she remembered what kind of shoes she had when she was 9 months old.
Ah,
Yeah, that's extraordinary.
yeah.
And she says, I broke her doll.
Mm.
Oh, those are the things you don't forget.
Yeah.
You break your doll or take your toys
Absolutely.
or your
Did she
clothes.
forgive them?
Or your clothes.
No, she never forgave
She
her.
never forgave, no.
No. Okay.
Have you enough room there?
Jeanette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll probably just come in and out anyway.
Oh, right,
so she'll
okay.
be grand.
Right. Let me start it again. Okay. Okay, Margaret or
Mag.
Mags?
Like,
Okay. So would you like to tell us a bit about your family, where you are in the family and how many were in the family?
well, I am the third eldest. There was Liam. When was Liam born?
Oh God.
There was Liam, Michael, Lawrence, and then there was me. And I was born in 1942. And then Anne was born. No, you were born.
No, I was there. I was in 1943.
1943.
I was 1943.
But now there's a year and 11 months between us.
Yes, yeah. You still never
Daddy
found
wasn't that bad.
No, he never found out what caused it.
And then there was Anne. Now, she was born 2 years after you.
2 years, he did it, yeah.
And Helen, she was born 2 years after Anne. And then there was Marie. I think she was born in 1950. She was called Maria Goretti.
Yeah.
That will give you a clue what year she was born. And then after that, then there was Philly. And
Edna,
then,
no Edna. Was
Philly
it?
is older than Edna.
Oh, is she?
And then Edna. And then the last, the shakings of the bag was Frida.
Frida, that's right, yes,
Oh,
yeah.
and what age is she now?
Oh, she's 60.
I'm 18 years older than her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not good at maths.
No, neither am I.
So the Liam.
Liam was born down in Wexford, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Liam was born in Wexford.
Where did he start in the beginning?
He's the oldest. He was born in Wexford. I think Mammy went home to Wexford, and Liam was born there.
And all the rest of you?
And Michael was born in Dublin.
He was Summer Hill.
Summer Hill, probably.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
And then then there was Lawrence was born in Richmond Cottages, and I was born in Richmond Cottages.
And so was I.
Anne you were born
Yeah,
in
I was
Richmond
born in
Cottages.
Richmond Cottages, yeah.
And
Well, then there was, I think, Marie was after. I think Marie was
Marie
born
was
in
the
Richmond
last
Cottages.
one
Yeah,
to
she
be
was
born
born in Richmond
Richmond
Cottages. Yeah.
Cottages.
The rest were involved.
that was the
born in
year
Ballyfermot.
of Maria Goretti. That
Yeah.
sticks in my mind. She was called Maria Goretti, and the rest were born out in the Rotunda. Well, they were born in the Rotunda.
Oh yeah, but they
lived
were
in
from
Ballyfermot.
yeah.
Yeah, they were born in the Rotunda.
So would you have known your grandparents?
Oh, I knew my grandfather,
Your grandfather?
you know, and he was a lovely, lovely man. He lived in 120 Summer Hill. That's where he lived with my aunt.
Yeah.
And he was. I never knew much about Grandad. I knew he was from County Cavan,
Oh, right.
and he had
You got
one
the brothers.
sister, Mary Kate or something, Mary Ann, and he had many brothers. He had
Terry.
Terry, Johnny. No, he had.
I was called after Terry.
You were called after Terry.
Yeah.
Terry. There was a Michael who had died young, and then there was a Johnny who he left. He joined the British Army at about 15, and then he came home, and he deserted, and he went to America, and he never heard anything after
Yeah.
until 1948.
Yeah.
You know, Johnny.
So what was the family name, surname? Was it
O'Rourke.
Cavan?
They were all. They would have been O'Rourke's as well.
They were O'Rourke's.
Yeah.
I never knew what his mother's maiden name was, but my grandmother's maiden name was Dignam, and she came from a place called Latin, which I think is nearly Monaghan. I think it's
There's a
Monaghan.
place in Tipperary called Latin, I think,
Yeah.
near Emily.
Yeah.
Could be, it's probably a little townland name anyway,
Yeah.
could be in different places. And what about the Wexford side then?
Well,
Well, my mother, she came to Dublin around 1934. She came to Dublin to work, I think it is.
she was
it was like,
a nanny to a pub
I can't think of it, yeah.
down in where?
No.
No, they were